So summer is approaching, and this is the common time to start having those barbecues. And I know it can be a little overwhelming because you can get confused on what foods should I barbecue, what are going to be thyroid friendly. So I wanted to share just a few tips with you of foods that I actually personally grill, especially as it's getting warmer, things that are thyroid friendly, and kind of some combinations that can help you. So first and foremost, one of my favorite things that I always love grilling is protein. I recommend protein as a priority actually to people with thyroid disease because it is one that I know for me as well that I definitely was not getting enough protein in. And the amino acids in protein, they're building blocks, and we need those for a lot of different functions in the body, but we definitely need them for thyroid function and for our thyroid hormones. So I love to grill pretty much any meat. Some of the common ones that I'm always grilling are chicken breasts and chicken thighs. I love grilling hamburgers, so I like to get grass-fed beef. They make different types of beef as far as like 85% lean, 93% lean. You can do either one of those. I know if I'm having meat that is a little bit leaner, I'm actually going to be adding a little bit of fat to the meal anyway because we don't want to go too low fat. But I sometimes prefer to actually have the 93% lean. And one of the things that I do with my grilled hamburgers is I will actually add some dairy-free cheese. Now there's a lot of different dairy-free cheeses out there. Some of them have a lot of additives to them that are not very good, so just be mindful of that. Whole Foods has a brand, their 365 brand, that has a plant-based one that's pretty good. If you tolerate dairy, cow's milk, just make sure it's organic or raw cheese. That would be helpful. I also use goat cheese. I am totally hooked on having little crumbles of goat cheese inside of my hamburgers before I grill them. They're delicious, by the way. So that's always a really good thing that I love having. And then obviously, like I said, chicken breasts or chicken thighs. I'll make turkey burgers. This is another really easy one to make as well. And I'll batch cook. I'll make quite a bit of these, so I have several days of protein to eat. Now, as far as other things besides protein, obviously, I absolutely love grilling fruit. I think it is so good on the grill. Some of the common ones that I do are pineapple. So I'll slice them up like into the circles, basically into the thin slices, or you can buy them already cut up like that. So I'll grill them, but grilled peaches. Grilled peaches are one of my favorites. I actually have my husband hooked on these as well. We started doing this several years ago, and it is so good on the side with pretty much any meat. So what you do is you just cut the peach in half, take the pit out, and then there's two halves, and I grill them face down to start, and then I will flip them and just get a little touch on the bottom of them. But one little tip for that as well that is really good that I started doing last summer actually with the peaches or the pineapple as well is I will actually marinate them. So I'll get them all ready to go and marinate them in like a little mixture of like coconut aminos. I might put a little bit of stevia in there if I feel like I need it to be a little bit of sweeter. But the coconut aminos, I don't know what they do, but they are so good with a little bit marinated, a little bit in that, and then grilling them. It's delicious. So I love doing that, especially having that on the side with the protein. It's fantastic. And you can even, like I said, the proteins that you're grilling, you can do the same thing. You can marinate them in some of the aminos or throw some spices on there, whatever spices that you like prior to cooking them. That's always delicious as well. And then veggies. So I love grilled veggies as well. One of the things that I love to do is buy zucchini or squash for that matter, but cut them long ways. And so you'll lay them on the grill like the long strip like that. Basically, you just cut them in half and grill them long ways. It is so good on the grill. Anything like zucchini or squash like that, the yellow squash, works fantastic for this. I also have done eggplant. Not a huge eggplant fan compared to some of the other vegetables, but grilled eggplant is delicious, by the way, as well. So that's a very, very easy one to grill as well. And you can do that either way. Typically, what I usually do is I'll core out any of the seeds and I'll slice it so that they're like circles, basically, kind of like pineapple looks like. And I'll put those on the grill as well. So those are kind of some of the easy ones that I do on the grill. Now, you can do things like if you want to chop up a stir fry of like peppers and onions and stuff like that. I've done that as well. Well, I'll put them in, I have a grill basket basically. And so I'll mix up a bunch of veggies, cut up veggies like that, that obviously can't lay on the grill directly because they'll fall through, but put them in a basket like that. That works so good as well. Just the taste of the grill, I feel like, is just so good. So also, one thing that I do like to preface is when you are grilling, don't char it, because the blackened in it is a little bit inflammatory. It's not necessarily good for our gut. So make sure that you're not charring the stuff and getting it totally blackened. But having the little bit of grill marks isn't a big deal, but I just wouldn't char it. In other words, don't make it like black as can be all over, because that isn't necessarily good on our gut either. But I hope these tips help you. These are some of my favorites. I know I'm looking forward to having the grill back on and doing that. Our winters here are pretty intense, pretty cold. So sometimes we go out and grill, but it's pretty rare. So I like when it starts getting warmer, we'll go out and grill. So let me know if you have any questions with this. Hope you enjoy some of my tips, and then let me know if you try these things and what you think.